Hey Collective, welcome back. I hope you're having a good day today. So today, I want to talk about jealousy. That uneasy feeling in your stomach, that tingle in the back of your mind, when you see someone land your dream job, find instant success at something, or post vacation photos from that one place you've always wanted to go. Whatever it is, we're taught to be ashamed of that feeling, to see it as toxic, green-eyed jealousy. You push it down, deny it, pretend you're above it all, but instead of seeing it as a flaw, look at it as more of a powerful signal trying to tell you something important about what you truly want. Forget everything you've been told about jealousy. The idea that you have to crush it is a myth. In fact, suppressing it is like shaking a can of soda. The pressure just builds until it inevitably explodes into a sticky, toxic mess. So today, let's talk about how to quit letting jealousy control you and start making it work for you. Let's turn that burning feeling you get when you see someone else succeed into a compass, because that's what it is. Not a character flaw, it's a compass pointing you directly toward your own unfulfilled desires. Okay, so before we can use it, we have to understand it and be honest about why we're so afraid of it. Unchecked, raw jealousy feels awful. It's a uniquely painful emotion because it's a toxic cocktail of so many other negative feelings. A bit of anger, a dose of sadness, a big pinch of inadequacy, and a sprinkle of shame for feeling it at all in the first place. This isn't just in your head. It triggers a very real, physical response. Think of your brain's ancient wiring as a home security system designed for a different era. When you perceive a social threat, the alarm goes off. It can't tell the difference between a real burglar and a cat tipping over a trash can. It just screams, "Danger, danger!" creating that gut punch feeling. This feeling sends us spiraling into the comparison game, a game that's rigged from the start. We scroll through Instagram and Facebook, and we measure our behind-the-scenes chaos against someone else's highlight reel. We see their perfectly filtered vacation, their promotion, their shiny new relationship, and we think, why them and not me? We're comparing the worst we know about ourselves to the best we assume about others. This constant comparison creates a story in our head that we're somehow behind or less than. This is a scarcity mindset, and it makes us see success as a single pie. We believe that if someone else gets a slice, there's less available for us. We start to resent the people we should be celebrating. A friend's success no longer feels like a shared joy. It feels like a personal failure. Their win feels like your loss. This is the breeding ground for toxicity. It's where relationships start to fray, where bitterness takes root, and where we become so fixated on what others have that we lose sight of our own journey. When jealousy is left unchecked, you might find yourself making passive-aggressive comments, secretly wishing for someone to fail, or withdrawing because their success is too painful to witness. This isn't because you're a bad person. It's because you're reacting to a powerful emotion without the right tools. You've been taught to see jealousy as a monster to be slain, when really, it's a messenger you just need to learn how to understand. And here's my motto. Why worry about a slice of the pie? Learn the damn recipe so you can make as many pies as you want. Okay, here's the single most important shift you need to make. Jealousy isn't the enemy. Your untrained reaction to it is. The emotion itself is just data. It's like the nerve ending that makes you feel pain. The pain of touching a hot stove isn't the problem. It's a life-saving signal. The problem would be ignoring the signal and leaving your hand on the burner. Jealousy is that signal. It's not trying to hurt you, it's trying to get your attention. Some evolutionary psychologists have a compelling theory for this. They suggest jealousy evolved as a survival mechanism. For our ancestors, it was a smoke alarm for potential threats to their most valuable assets, their partner, their family, and their place in the tribe. It wasn't a sign of weakness, it was a sign that something valuable was at risk, prompting them to act. In our modern world, the threats have changed, but the biological wiring is still the same. The alarm still goes off. When you feel jealous of a coworker's promotion, your brain is signaling that a resource you desire, status, security, recognition, has been acquired by someone else. When you feel envious of a friend's seemingly perfect relationship, your brain is highlighting your own desire for deeper connection or stability. So let's get it straight. That intense feeling is not a moral failing. It's simply a signal from your brain that you've seen something you desire. It's a spotlight, illuminating a gap between where you are and where you subconsciously want to be. The toxicity comes from what we do with that information. We can let it curdle into resentment, or we can learn to read it as a map. It's also helpful to quickly distinguish between jealousy and envy. In psychology, jealousy is the fear of losing something you have. Envy is wanting something that someone else has. While the title of this video is jealousy, the framework we're about to discuss works for both. Whether you're scared of losing what you have or longing for what you don't, the feeling is a signpost. It's pointing to something you value deeply. The reframe is this: stop seeing jealousy as a monster and start seeing it as a messenger. Your only job is to open the envelope and read the note inside. When you do that, you stop being a boat tossed around by the waves of emotion, and you become the captain using the ship to steer you where you want to go. Here's how you turn that raw, painful emotion into productive, motivating fuel. Step 1. Acknowledge and investigate. The first and most counterintuitive step is to treat the feeling like a crying child. Instead of immediately shushing it or sending it to its room, get down on its level and gently ask, "What's wrong?" You don't suppress it, don't shame yourself, just acknowledge it. Say to yourself, "Okay, I'm feeling jealous right now. This is uncomfortable, but it's just a feeling, and I'm safe." By simply naming the emotion, you create distance. You're not a jealous person, you're a person experiencing jealousy. Once you've acknowledged it, time to get curious. Ask yourself, what specifically am I jealous of? Be precise. Is it their job title? Or is it the perceived respect that comes with it, the status? Is it their beautiful home? Or is it the feeling of stability, warmth, and family you imagine it provides? Is it their relationship? Or is it the feeling of being deeply seen and prioritized? Is it their bank account balance? Or the freedom and security you think it gives them? Go deeper than the surface level object of your envy to uncover the underlying value it represents. Investigating your jealousy is like being an archaeologist of your own desires. You have to gently brush away the dirt of resentment to find the beautiful artifact, the core value buried underneath. Here's a powerful journal exercise if you really want to and are ready to get into it. Write down the person and what they have, then ask yourself the 5 whys. For example, I'm jealous of my friend Sarah's trip to Italy. 1. Why? Because she took a month off work to travel freely. 2. Why does that matter? Because I feel stuck in my routine and I wish I had that kind of freedom. 3. Why do I want that freedom? Because I crave a sense of adventure and spontaneity. 4. Why is adventure important to me? Because it makes me feel alive and expansive, like I'm growing. 5. Why do I want to feel alive and growing? Because deep down I feel stuck and stagnant, and I truly value their personal growth and development. And there it is. The jealousy wasn't really about Italy. It never was. It was about a core unmet value, personal growth, and an unmet human need, variety or adventure. Step number 2, reframe comparison to inspiration. Once you've identified the underlying value or human need, next step is to consciously shift your mindset. Put your alchemist hat on and turn the lead of comparison into the gold of inspiration. The toxic thought is why them and not me. The empowering reframe is if they can have it, that shows me it's possible. You need to shift from seeing the other person as a competitor to seeing them as a guide. They aren't hoarding the treasure, they're simply showing you the treasure exists. And why don't they deserve to do so? They worked hard to get it. Are you willing to work hard to get it too? Or do you want reward with no effort? Actively change the questions you ask yourself. Instead of what do they have that I don't, ask what did they do to get there? This shifts you from passive resentment to active curiosity. Instead of why am I so far behind, ask how have I been spending my time and what can I learn from their journey that applies to mine? Maybe instead of only living for the right now, partying and aligning with the wrong people, they were forward thinking and planned ahead for their future. They were incredibly disciplined or took the risks you've been afraid to take. Instead of I'll never be that good, ask what does their success inspire in me? Let their light illuminate your own ambition instead of you trying to cast a shadow on it. This is an active, ongoing practice. You have to catch those toxic thoughts and consciously replace them. Congratulate the person. Give them their flowers for fuck's sake. And don't be fake about it either. It may be hard at first, but every time you do it, you're rewiring your brain to see the success of others, not as a threat, but as an expansion of what's possible for everyone, including you. Step number 3, set some damn goals. This is where transformation becomes real. Think of jealousy as a jolt of raw electricity. Without a purpose, it's dangerous. It can short circuit and burn you. But if you plug a tool into the current, you can build something incredible. Mindset is the outlet, but action is the tool. You must give that energy somewhere productive to go, or it will curdle back into frustration. The law of transmutation, right? Energy never dies. It has to go somewhere. This is not the time to create a massive plan. The goal is to prove to yourself that you're no longer a passive victim of your feelings, but an active creator in your life. The action should be so small that you can do it right now. This builds momentum and reclaims your sense of agency. Let's rewind to our examples. If your jealousy pointed to a desire for personal growth and adventure, your tiny action isn't booking a flight to Rome. It's spending 15 minutes researching a weekend hiking trail near your home. If your jealousy of a coworker's promotion revealed a desire for recognition and development, your tiny action isn't demanding a raise. It's updating a section of your resume. If you're envious of someone's fitness and it's pointing to a desire to feel strong and healthy, your tiny action isn't signing up for a marathon. It's doing a 10-minute walk around the block. The magic here is that this step is immediately changing your role in the story. You go from being the person who wants what others have to the person who is building what they want. By taking that small step, you're sending a powerful message to your brain. I'm in control and I'm moving forward. For years, you've been told that jealousy is a toxic stain on your character. I wouldn't go that far. But I will say that painful burning feeling is one of the most honest messengers you have. It's an ancient compass programmed to point you directly toward the things your soul truly craves. The toxicity never came from the feeling itself. It came from your untrained, fearful reaction to it. It came from the endless cycle of comparison and from letting that potent energy turn inward into resentment. but you now have a new way forward. You have a framework to not just cope with jealousy, but to use it. Jealousy doesn't have to be a destructive force. When you learn to listen to it, it becomes your personal guide to a more authentic and fulfilling life. It stops being a poison and starts becoming the antidote. If this resonated with you, please like and subscribe. And until next time, friends, keep healing. See ya.